selling like the men's pad shield guards. You guys know what I'm talking about that you put in your briefs?
Yeah. I listened to like David Goggins and how like we waste so much time and like, you know, we're only living 40% of like what we're actually doing.
How do you balance everything? Because you mentioned you have your girlfriend, you have your personal life, you have your 9 to 5, and then obviously not only are you putting up numbers on the bet, you're putting up numbers on your Amazon sales.
Welcome back to another episode of the Doughboys. I'm here with my lovely host, Cisco, aka the GOAT, and our guest, David. And Dave, why don't you just introduce yourself and give us your like handles, Instagram, YouTube, all that jazz.
Yeah,
you got to license those arms there, bro. Like,
very perfect.
The license has been suspended, but I still carry them around anyway.
All right.
David AMZ Hustle on Instagram. Sometimes when I feel like doing TikToks, Twitter, David AMZ Hustle. I've been selling on Amazon since January of 2021. Started on like eBay, Mercari, stuff like that, trying to flip stuff around the house. Like, didn't really like listing stuff myself. You know what I'm saying? Like doing all that, like it's just a headache and stuff. So stumbled across Amazon. I heard about Amazon back in 2015, but like I was in a different period of my life and I just couldn't like do it then. But like listen to a podcast, Nate Jackson from Hustle Buddies. So listen to him and I was like, you know what? Maybe I can do it. So January 2021, that's when I created my account and sent my first shipment in and sold some stuff and just kind of been hustling and growing and learning ever since, man.
What was your first shipment?
I remember getting on Twitter and the hashtag Amazon FBA and people would pull out bolos sometimes. And I bought the pads from PetSmart. I didn't make any profit really. It was like $2 or $3 profit, but it was puppy pads. I sent in like 8 of them. They sold. Like I remember looking at the orange bar on my Amazon seller app, and I was like, "No way, dude! It sold. That's crazy."
The most randomest things sell, man. Like so it's March when we're recording this, so I'll sell through by the time this video gets released. But like right now, I'm selling because there was a huge sale on him at the supplier. But I'm selling like the men's like pad shield guards. You guys know what I'm talking about that you put in your briefs?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's not they're not like diapers for men. They're like a little like shield pad for like when you have leakage or whatever. And bro, like it's nuts. I'm just like, what?
Hey, pun intended, it's nuts.
It's funny story, man. Like they came in, and my wife looks at me and sees them, and she's like, "Do you need to tell me something?"
That's nasty. No, that's so funny because like every person, Logan was telling me that too. When he first sold something, he was like, "No way, that just worked." Like it's always like suspended belief. Yeah.
You become like a skeptic of a lot of different things because it's just so random, man. Like. It really is like the random like denture paste. Like, are there really that many people that need denture paste?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And they sell thousands a month. It's wild.
No, and the thing is, sometimes you're selling something and you genuinely have no idea what it is. It just makes money. Like there's so many times Logan will have something on the table and I'll be like, "What is this? Where'd you find it?" And he's like, "I got no clue. Put the right sticker on it." I'm like, "All right," is that kind of thing. But what are you selling now? Like, what are you into now?
Online arbitrage mostly. I do a lot of retail arbitrage too. Like I'll hit Ollie's, sometimes bargain hunt, stuff like that. I'm doing a lot of FBM stuff right now. So not a lot, but like some of the DeBrox like earwax removal stuff. Like I don't know when this is going live, but like man, that's kind of like a shortage a little bit right now. It's like limited supply, and man, there's so many listings that you can list on. You know, sometimes I hit the Home Depot clearance the other day. I was just getting some boxes, and I seen this Ortho fire ant killer, and I grabbed like 90 canisters of it, and like that sold in like just a couple days. Yeah, I mean, the beauty sales are going right now, so I'm not going super heavy on it, but Nike sales are going right now. Sometimes like. I shop to get the cash back. I mean, I will get profit, but like I really will hit sales hard, knowing things are probably going to tank a little bit just to get the cash back. Because like that's what I spend on vacations and stuff like that. But other than that, soaps, Crest, toothpaste, like whatever. I like toothpaste and soaps for some reason. I don't know. They're easy to pack, and like I can just buy them in bulk at different places.
Yep.
It's really just whatever. I just go to my unlisted inventory tab in Inventory Lab, and I'll just start typing suppliers and looking at like old things that I've sold and like, do I need to restock that? Like, yeah, I keep like everything that I've ever sold. I like when I buy something, I put it in unlisted inventory in Inventory Lab. So like I just go in there and like see what I can buy, see what's profitable.
Sure. Yeah.
So David, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you still have a 9 to 5 or have you quit your 9 to 5?
Yeah, I work 9 to 5. So like I work Sunday through Thursday. I work 6 a.m. to 2:30. So like I work in a call center. So I'm at 2 screens are in my face all day, and it's like really slow what I do. Like I mean, it's really good paying job, but like sometimes it's slow. So like I'm always on Amazon, like sourcing like from like 6 a.m. to like 7:30 a.m. Like I'm hitting it hard. Like I'm trying to like do, handle emails, purchases, whatever. Like
you're like 2 birds with 1 stone kind of type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Huh.
You have to. I mean, but like I guess the question that I wanted to ask is like, I guess you kind of answered it. Is like, how do you balance everything? Because you mentioned you have a girlfriend, you have your personal life, you have your 9 to 5, and then obviously you're putting, not only are you putting up numbers on the bet, you're putting up numbers on your Amazon sales. So like, how do you balance everything and kind of keep track of everything and kind of not go, pun nuts?
Man, it's really difficult sometimes. I usually have like, a set time on like Friday that me and my girlfriend will do stuff. And I have a set time on Saturday that me and her will do stuff. But like, usually Monday evenings, Tuesday evenings, like it's kind of like freestyle. I can like do whatever, this interview, or I can like go downstairs and like organize the prep area. But like Thursday evenings and Friday mornings, I'm off work Fridays. So like Thursday evenings, I'll come home from work at 2:30, and I work all the way until like 8 a.m. Or 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Packing and prepping, and then I'll go to bed and get up at like 5 or 6 in the morning and like work until about 12. So that will get my shipment out. And then sometimes I do stuff on Sundays too, but just like not wasting a lot of time. Like we waste so much time. Like, when I wake up in the morning, like I immediately like go downstairs and start to like do my routine and stuff. Like I don't lay in bed and get on my phone and stuff like that. So I try to like not mess around.
You don't lay on your phone and scroll on the gram.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah. So when you're saying that, it sounds like maybe you were a person that was like wasting a ton of time, and now you kind of cut that habit off.
Yeah. Doing this like business and stuff, like I'm really time efficient. Like I don't want to be busy and stuff. I don't want to waste a lot of time. And like I listen to like David Goggins and like how like we waste so much time, and like we're only living 40% of like what we're actually doing. I'm like, man, I'm like, where am I wasting time at? And it's like when I wake up in the morning, I'm on my phone for like 30 minutes to an hour, like messing around, or like I pull up to somewhere to like get out and like go do something. When I drive in my car and I pull up somewhere, I'll get on my phone for like 15 minutes instead of getting out and going in. So like noticing those times that I'm wasting, which is social media is cool. Like you have to be active and like share your story and stuff. What wasting time, man.
There's like some crazy stats out there about like wasting time and how much a distraction can really affect you. They say like if you get distracted, it takes you 25 minutes to come back to focus work from that distraction. So just imagine getting distracted from like a notification for Instagram just in 1 minute, and then all of a sudden that leads you into like a rabbit trail of just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Next thing you know, 30 minutes are gone.
Yep.
And they also say that 1 hour of focused work can be equivalent to 2 days of distracted work, because that's just how powerful it is if you just block everything else out and just kind of sit down and grind and don't have any distractions. And it's kind of true, like kind of what you were mentioning earlier, David, is like at work sometimes it's slow, so you can kind of get all your work done a lot faster. Let's hope my 9 to 5 isn't listening, but a lot of times for me, I'm able to knock out my work within 2 to 3 to 4 hours, and then still be obviously monitoring it, but go ahead and do other things and be more productive with my time. So I definitely hear you, and I feel like me and David are kind of in the same boat there.
Yeah.
What first got you like into Amazon? Like you watch those videos, but I guess it's kind of a two. Like what first got you into it? The videos, right? And then like what's your goal? Where are you going with this? Is it going to be full time? Or are you just trying to make some extra cash? Where are you trying to go with this?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I used to watch a lot of different, mainstream dudes that, motivational, whatever. So I listened to this thing by Grant Cardone, and he said that you need to put your money in somewhere that you can get at least a 20% return. And so I'm like, well, where can I get 20% return? Because like I kind of wanted to get into real estate. I was like, well, I've got like $3,000. Like, I mean, and I can save money and stuff, but like, how can I get a good return on it? I'll just listen to that. I was like, you know what? Like, I could like I could sell stuff. I've been a hustler like my whole life.
Okay.
And I was like, I could sell stuff and like and flip it. So I started doing that, and then I went through a phase where I was like, I do want to do this full time, and then I got out of that phase and I was like, you know what, I can manage like a job and doing this, just because like I, have to make sure that me and my girlfriend have a place to live. Not that like she doesn't work, but like I need to make sure that like I have everything covered. Like a service coming that like I'm going to pay for that because of Amazon. Not to say that I couldn't pay for it with my job and stuff, but like Amazon allows me to like pay for my car, take us vacations. Like it's like that money problem where like you worry about like, can I do this? Can I do this? Like we can do it. So I don't know if I'll ever do this. I might do it full time. I mean, I kind of like where it's at right now. Sometimes I wish I did have a little bit more time, but I listen to like Eric Thomas and stuff, and he says you have to take advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime and the lifetime of the opportunity. So like, I have a chance now to like work, and like I can do a lot of my Amazon stuff at my job.
Yeah.
So
you have the opportunity to do both. So
like, maximizing everything that I can right here. So like, I don't know what the end goal is, but I just want to work until we get a house and like savings and like, 25 times my annual spending in a bank account.
Mm-hmm.
And I just grind until I get to that and then reevaluate.
No, 100%. And like kind of to what your point is, why at the same time, like if you have a full-time job that's secure and you're able to balance out Amazon, why quit the full-time job? You know what I mean? Like it's an extra blanket of security. I mean, think about like Logan, our friend, he literally Amazon probably only requires maybe an hour or two of his time a day. And so what he does with his spare time is other businesses. What David and I do is just work our 9 to 5 and spend time with our, other responsibilities and loved ones. David, you have a girlfriend, I have a wife and a daughter, so my time gets split, with them. So I mean, if you can balance out both, I truly think that you can do both and scale Amazon to maybe, $250K a month realistically if you have like the system set in place,
Yeah, so much we talk about like making that money and like the jobs you have, the Amazon business you're growing. But then like you mentioned, like it allows you to go on those trips, like do something fun, and you can like afford that. So like talk a little bit about that. Like what trips have you gone on? Like what things have you done? And have you gone on trips before you started selling on Amazon and then trips after? And what were like some of the differences you noticed?
We went to Panama City, and I'm going to Panama City again here soon.
Florida, right?
Yeah, Panama City, Florida. Yeah.
For the longest time, like until like probably the show Floribama, I literally thought Panama City was in Panama, like South America.
What I thought too. Yeah.
No, it's in Florida. I had no idea. It was embarrassing when I found out.
Allows me to buy, like I haven't went to too many crazy places, but it allows me to buy my car. I have a 2022 Dodge Charger, so like, I mean that's not paid in full, but like I pay like $1,500, $2,000 a month towards the whatever. I can pay for my girlfriend's surgery, so she doesn't have to go into debt. And like I don't think anybody will see this, but like I got her like a ring. Things are about to start happening over the next year or two, and being able to like afford things.
That's awesome.
And Amazon allows me to do that without having to really think about it. Like I'm not thinking about it, but like I don't have to stress like save money and be like, oh man, I need to like I can only go over this budget here. We're about to go get photos done, and like I'm paying extra for us to have like after hours so we can hit the sunset and like at this special place to get like family photos done.
Yeah.
So like it's just stuff like that, man. Like experiences that I can buy. Like I buy patio furniture with cash back to where we can spend time together. And stuff I buy my son, he doesn't live with me, but I buy him clothes and stuff all the time with cash back. It just gives me that freedom to like not have to worry about budgeting. Yeah. Well, not budgeting, but like it just gives you more freedom to spend money and create experiences with people.
Yeah, no, 100%. I have a YouTube video that's coming out here in a week or so. I guess it will have already come out by the time we release this video, but like I go over the 5 reasons of why you should start an Amazon business. And one of the reasons is to make an impact where you want to make an impact, right? So like for you and me, it's making an impact with the people around us, our loved ones, being able to take advantage of those experiences and create those memories, and for someone else, it could just be, reinvesting into their community or to their church or whatever. But we have that opportunity to do so and allocate those funds where we see fit. And that's like, to me, it's a beautiful thing when it comes to selling on Amazon, that you have that opportunity now.
100%.
Yeah. The nice thing about that business too is if you get a job somewhere else, some other different country, different state, the business goes with you. Like you don't have to put that down, It's kind of nice.
Yeah, I did try to outsource a lot this beginning of this year. I'm like, man, I need to outsource more. And I used a prep center last year.
Okay.
But like I tried to get a VA this year, and I honestly feel like my VA was getting leads from a leads group, and like I didn't take the time to really train him. I got somebody that was already trained, and like it just kind of didn't. It just wasn't a right fit, and like my profit margins, like dude, so bad, and everything was tanking, and like it was just like January, and then a little bit of February was just like crazy, man. It was crazy.
Are you still using a prep center?
Yeah, I switched prep centers, American Prep.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah,
I've toured that prep center. They're great. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love them. They're from the Hustle Buddies Facebook group too, so they already knew me, and they get stuff out quicker than I can get stuff out. In my old prep center, like it was just like charged me too much, and I couldn't do bundles, and they're really good, man. It's really good to have a good prep center.
Yeah,
it's definitely a time saver for sure.
That's interesting you bring up the VA, because I was going to ask about that. Like Logan, our other guy on the podcast, he's my boss. He's really big on outsourcing stuff. So do you think that's like something you'll try again later when you have like more time and maybe you could train the VA yourself?
Possibly. Yeah. I just like, I have a unique way of sourcing, and like, I don't know how to teach somebody to do what I do. And like, I notice things that like, cause I just have so much experience with like certain brands, and I know when to dive deep on a brand or search. Like I have so many different, other flavors of like candy, soaps, whatever, like all kinds of different things. I know what to search for, what to see. I notice things, I just don't know. Like I will eventually. It seems like the things that they find, like it's easy. They find easy things, and everybody else finds easy things. So like a lot of the leads they give me, they are decent. I mean, some of the leads my VA gave me, I'd let them go, but they were pretty good, and like led me down to other brands and like to websites that I wasn't aware of. But eventually I probably will, but just trying to keep as much money in it as possible right now, because like, man, like I said, January and February, my margins was like 5%. Like it was horrible. And like, I got to get some money, get back. Like it was bad. So
yeah, it's tough because we hear that a lot when people like first get VAs, they're not good, or they're working for someone else, that kind of thing. But when you get like a good team, then they kind of solve some of that problem you were talking about earlier of just like you spend time with your girlfriend on Fridays, and like all that workload of sourcing, if it gets taken off, you really get a lot of your time back. But it is tough, like what you're saying, to like get that team assembled, get them sourcing like what you want, how you want it. It takes time. I'd say it took Logan better part of maybe 4-6 months. So it's a commitment for sure. Yeah.
And once you get the first one, getting the second one and third one becomes a lot easier, because you have that first one to kind of fall back on and kind of help teach learning.
Yeah, and sometimes like once you get the first one, they'll know people like around them, like, and then you can trust them a little bit more because they're like friends of the VA. They're a little bit more trustworthy. That kind of thing.
100%. 100%. I mean, like for example, like Logan has a VA that does his YouTube editing and does the Doughboys edits now, right?
Yeah.
And obviously with Logan's YouTube video and the Doughboys, that VA has his hands full. But I just sent him a quick message. I was like, "Hey, bro, do you know anybody else who does edits?" And he's like, "Yeah, my roommate does."
Yeah.
Like, all right, hook us up. He's like, "Okay." And so like that's how it works, man. That's all it is.
Yeah. I've thought about creating a better social media presence and stuff like that, having a VA to do edits and stuff. Like that would be cool. When I did have the VA, it just seemed like it was a lot of work. Like the time that I spent going over his leads, I could have been sourcing myself, I'm having to go over his leads and then source. And I know eventually like they get better, and I just maybe had a bad experience. I wasn't ready, didn't have enough time. I'll do it again eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. You know, one thing I think that might be beneficial is getting one to just do like administrative work, just to free up your time to do the sourcing. Like someone who can just like go in there and set up the repricer, or run whatever things that you need to be run.
Did you say that you sold on Macari?
Yeah, Macari, eBay, Facebook Marketplace. So in the beginning, I was buying like BULQ. I was buying cases from them, buying just liquidation stuff and trying to flip it that way. But you never get what you're going to get back. Like even it can be worth, like it can be brand new and worth what they say it is, but like people aren't going to pay it on secondhand. I mean, they might. Maybe I just didn't do it right, but all that Poshmark.
Are you still on those?
Like I think I'm there. I'm there. I'm just not selling. I'm not selling anything there.
You're exclusively Amazon now?
Yeah, Walmart Marketplace. I am signed up with them, and I have sold some stuff with them. I was just talking to my accountant about like what it would look like in QuickBooks and like all that to like start selling on Walmart. He said that it wouldn't be that complicated. I could just start doing it, and we figure it out as we go.
I've noticed that like there's some people moving over in that direction a little bit. Some movement there,
expanding their
Walmart's a big marketplace, man, and like they own 30% of the share of, I don't know. I'm just throwing numbers out there. I could just be totally lying, but like they own a big market share of it, and they're new. Like people still think that they're buying from Walmart, just like when people buy from Amazon, they think they're buying from Amazon. So people think they're buying from Walmart, and like they're already there searching, and it's a big opportunity. A lot of like Lancome, like you can sell Lancome on Walmart, where like you can't sell it on Amazon. So,
right.
Tons of opportunity.
Yeah, that was a big L in the Amazon market, was Lancome, which I mean now we can talk about it, but like I know a lot of sellers were trying to kind of keep that on the down low because it was a really good product for sure.
Literally,
I didn't know
I got ungated in Lancome, and then 2 weeks later the email comes and hits my. I was like, so why did I even bother?
Classic Cisco. Classic.
I didn't get ungated until September at the Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty last year. That's when I got ungated for it. And like I went heavy on all those beauty sales. And like the beauty sales are great and profit looks good right now. But like everybody sees those sales and they will tank, man. They will tank. I was like, I got a lot of cash back and a lot of Ulta Beauty points for my girlfriend to spend. But like it did come at a cost. Like that was everything tanked.
Huh. So like, when you say that you're selling a little bit on Walmart, is that something you're looking to expand a little bit more? Because I don't know anything about that, so I'd love to hear anything.
I sold a little bit in December, just some stuff that like I got restricted on in Amazon. But yeah, I sold a little bit in December. I'm in a group, then they they sell on Walmart. It's an Amazon group that I'm in, and a lot of people there sell on Amazon. They've got like a Walmart repricer that's out now called Seller Champ, and it's opportunity to like some people in the group that I'm in like selling $20,000-$30,000 a month on Walmart. I'm not selling anything yet just because like the whole accounting piece like confuses me. Yeah, because I need to, like that was the most confusing thing when I started Amazon. Like I need to be able to account for things, and like if I'm selling on Walmart, like how am I going to know what money I'm making? Can I account for all that? So that's actually what's stopped me from starting to sell on it a lot, but I don't know.
It's almost like you need an accounting thing that will do across the board. Like it'll do Amazon and Walmart all together for you.
Yeah.
Well, some of the platforms are going to start doing that. I know GoAura is actually, it has like, if you go on there, like repricer, it has their like coming soon Walmart Marketplace repricing.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. And I think, I'm not on Walmart, and I've been saying for the past 2 years that I'm going to get on Walmart, and I have to sit down and actually create the account. Right. But it's a good way to kind of protect yourself. I mean, you never know when Amazon's going to shut down your account for, some ABS. So, and that's one way to protect yourself is, if you get shut down on Amazon, you can just kind of pivot and go to Walmart and keep the cash flow going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, like, how if you created an Amazon account way back when, you were just like grandfathered in to being ungated and a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like Walmart is new. Like it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and set up an account and like just kind of have it there. And they also have like Walmart fulfillment shipments or whatever. Like you can just ship stuff into Walmart like you can Amazon.
Yep.
And and like the prep center that I work with, like they said they almost sell exclusively on Walmart now, and they will prep for Walmart shipments too. So I'm like, man, that's cool.
Yeah. So is that the same? Is it the same process? Like the same rules? Like 60 pounds? What is the measurements for the box? Is it all the same rules there?
I actually haven't sent in a shipment like that.
I would assume they're similar.
It's probably something similar.
It's something similar because they're more like law, like employment regulation, law-based rules anyways. Like, for example, the 50-pound rule is because they have to, whenever they hire someone, they have to like state there in the job description, have to be able to pick up to 50 pounds or whatever.
Right.
And so part of that's, the reasoning. And they're machines, right? Like they have it so you can only be 25 or 24 inches long because the belt is only 24 inches wide.
Right. Okay. So like, do they have the FBM as well through Walmart, or is that not set up yet?
Yeah. So that's how I sold on Walmart. I just listed it, and it was already a listing made for it. But like, you take pictures, list a UPC, and all that. Create a listing for it if you need to. I sold some of these Sonic Care 4100 toothbrushes on there, and I think selling stuff like stuff that's exclusive to certain stores, and this is just like a tip, but like when something is exclusive to a store, like usually it's Amazon's not on the listing. If you sell it like exclusive to Target or exclusive to Barnes and Noble or exclusive to, Kohl's, like if you buy toys and stuff like that, mainly toys is what I'm talking about. But like if it's exclusive to that certain website, like no other store has it, and like sometimes you can protect the profits like on Amazon, or if you wanted to sell it on Walmart, like Walmart's not selling it, and because it's exclusive to Target, stuff like that.
Yep. Kind of like it reminds me of the Mixies. Like there was a special colored Mixie for Walmart specifically, so you knew Amazon wasn't going to hop on it because they weren't going to be able to get that color. Yeah. It kind of falls into that. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Well, David, thank you so much for being on the Doughboys podcast. We really appreciate your time. Where can everyone find you on socials?
Instagram, Twitter, sometimes TikTok. I do have a few TikToks. I wish that I took more time to do some TikToks, but Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. That's David AMZ Hustle, man.
Awesome. Thank you for your time. It was an awesome interview.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Oh, we appreciate you.